Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng insists that the PAC report on missing GST refunds highlights and confirms the fact that the law on the use of funds was, in fact, broken. Lim says the report shows that there was a 19.25 billion ringgit shortfall in the fund for GST refunds, and that the key takeaway is that certain people had used the money for other purposes instead of its stipulated scope. He adds that there was a clear breach of the GST Act as affirmed by Attorney General Tommy Thomas. On claims that he had misled Parliament by accusing the BN administration of robbing the fund, Lim says the report did not touch on this matter. In its report yesterday, the PAC said no money was missing from the GST refunds and that the monies were used for government expenditure and development instead of being returned. Yayasan Rakyat Wan Malaysia, a foundation linked to Datuk Seri Najib Razak, funded part of its CSR programs through contributions of 230 million ringgit from the Genting Group. Its former CEO Ong Su Ling testified at Najibs SRC International trial today. She said most of the money from Genting came from its gambling business. During her testimony, she said the foundation had set up 3 accounts with AmBank. One of them was used to keep money from Genting, another for project funding obtained from other sources, and a third one for its operational expenditure. The foundation also received 210 million ringgit from 1MDB and 3 million ringgit from Petronas for very specific projects. At the time, the foundation's board of trustees comprised Najib, his now deceased aide Datuk Azlin Alias, then 1MDB chairman Tan Sri Lodin Wok Kamarudin, and former special officer in the Prime Minister's office Datuk Wan Ahmad Shihab Wan Ismail. The 4 individuals were the ones who would decide on how the funds would be spent via circulars of resolutions. Interestingly, Eng also worked at the Winton Group, an asset management firm set up by Low Tech Joe. The Penangite is widely considered as the mastermind behind the 1MDB fiasco. Former Prime Minister Datuk Seri Najib Razak has defended his 3.3 million ringgit shopping spree at an Italian luxury jeweler, saying he maxed out his 2 AmBank credit cards to buy gifts for the royalty of an unnamed country and their entourage. In a Facebook posting, he said this royal family has good ties with Malaysia, although he clarified that the recipients were not from Saudi Arabia or Abu Dhabi. He added that it was common practice to lavish presents on leaders of other countries, citing, for instance, when Dr. Mahathir Mohamad, during his previous tenure, presented a gift to Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe. Najib said that in such instances, the government would usually bear the cost of the gifts, but in his case, he had paid for them with his own credit cards. AirAsia Group's cargo and logistics arm Teleport and venture capital firm Gobi Partners are investing $10.6 million in Easy Parcel, a regional e-commerce and parcel delivery player. Easy Parcel will be leveraging Teleport's logistics and infrastructure capabilities, which include more than 100 cities, 10,000 AirAsia flights per week, and some 1 million tons of cargo capacity. AirAsia Group CEO Tan Sri Tony Fernandez says he has always believed that the carrier's logistics business has a huge opportunity to be part of the social and e-commerce ecosystem. With this investment, Teleport will see the utilization of its available cargo space rise by at least 5%. This will increase its top line by about 33%. This year, Teleport is eyeing about 400 million ringgit in revenue. OCONUS is divesting its entire equity interest together with its minority partners in private tertiary education provider Apit Lanka to Sri Lanka's BG Investments for an enterprise value of approximately 41 million ringgit. OCONUS CEO Syed Yasir Arafat Syed Abdul Kadir says the deal generates a gross internal rate return of 17.5% and a money multiple of 2.2 times the capital invested. This will bring OCONUS's total realization proceeds to over 2.7 billion ringgit. He says the move is in line with its investment strategy to crystallize its assets when the time is right, as well as finding the right partner for the assets.